Yo, in this video, I will explain what this is for, why my desk looked like this, and I will be doing whatever this is. Yeah. That was smooth. But first, to celebrate 25,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away not one, not two, but 4 GAN 11M Pros. Shipment included, so wherever you're from, no extra cost. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Like, thank you so much for joining the channel. Although if you already want to pre-order yours, or you already have, with my discount code maybe, you will be refunded the full price if you get selected. So there's no better time to buy one than right now. Link in the description. But do you want to buy one? I mean, maybe it's total garbage. It's really good. But is it the best cube on the market? I mean, $65. That's a hefty price. Let's find out. Let's see what's inside of the box. Before we open this, check this out. You have to be 3 years old. Oh no, you have to be 6 years old. Like, what up, GAN? Make up your mind. But anyways, let's open this up. Oh, shit. This is the new GAN 11M Pro. Did I mention before that it has a very dumb name? But anyways, this is the primary inside version, so yeah, it has primary insides. There will be 4 versions in total, and hopefully I can try them soon. But the cubes are basically the same, so let's not even talk about it. Let's just show you and let you listen to what this cube is. Take your headphones, it will be some ASMR. That seems to be pretty trendy these days. So let's talk about it. And to talk about the feel, I'm going to bring a few more cubes to the table. This is a Tangy version 2, and as you guys may know, I love this cube. It's probably the softest feeling cube I own. Listen to this. Definitely one of the most satisfying to turn. And this right here is a Valk 3 Elite, which is the only cube on the market that has 96 magnets. I don't really know if that's true, so don't fact check me. So the extra magnets are in the center caps, which is... it's kind of weird to need to have all these extra center caps. I love the feel of this cube so much, and I do believe that the extra magnets give it like a very unique feeling. But here's where it gets interesting. So I love both cubes. I tried to main both of them for the longest time, but it turns out that they didn't fit me. I used to get so many lockups and corner twists and just bad times overall. That's why I mained the GAN 356XS. But I just wish that it had some of the traits of the other 2 cubes. And that's where the 11M Pro comes into the picture. Because to me, this feels like a GAN 356XS with the traits of a Valk 3 Elite and a Tangy version 2, which might make sense if you look at the design of the cube. If we compare the 11M Pro to the XS, we notice, first of all, primary internals, and secondly, the overall design is just a bit simpler. Like, they got rid of some ridges, etc. This to me contributes to the much softer, smoother feel of the 11M, and that's why it reminds me of the Tangy so much. The result is that it corner cuts just that slightly easier. Secondly, let's take a look at this crazy core. This is the first ever speed cube that has a magnetic core. The magnets inside of the corners, as you can see right here, touch the magnets inside of the core. On top of that, we also have the 48 traditional magnets in the edges and corners. The result of all this hardware change is a cube that is slightly lighter, that is a bit smoother in my opinion, and one that has a very unique magnetic pull. I mean, if I would give you both cubes and you would just do this, you wouldn't be like, oh, this is totally different. You would hardly notice the difference in fact, but as soon as you start turning it, like really doing souls. There's just something that feels different. However, with that being said, when I first received the cube, I used to get quite a lot of lockups. But this quote might explain why that is. You're only as good as how you set up your cube. So let's talk about customizations right now and talk about how I set up my cube, which is pretty convenient because I totally messed up the settings when I disassembled the cube. So let's go. Welcome to my cube workspace. Let's start by talking about the magnets. All the changes in magnet strength happened in the corner, but right now you can do two things. So first of all, you have these thingies. So there's one triangle shape and another is like hexagon. Yeah, you can just insert the stamps like this and then twist them to lock. But on top of that, you see this little lever right here. Since it's almost impossible to change the lever with your nails, they actually included a tiny screwdriver. But instead, we'll be using this. Yeah, you can actually use whatever you want to use. I just noticed that if you change the lever, the height of the core magnet changes and not the internal magnet. So you're actually only changing the core magnets. That's cool. You just have to change 8 corners and then you're done. So my magnet setting on the 11M Pro is just the strongest magnetic pull because I think it complements the lightweight of the 11M very well. Woo! Now, secondly, the tensioning system is just the same as that of the XS. So I'm not going to go in detail here, you know the deal. However, I do want to mention that GAN finally did a great job of explaining what everything does. It shows right here where I ripped it apart that what everything does. You have the center travel, tensioning, or what the function is, and I think it's just a really concise explanation of what everything does. If they included this with the XS as well, I just wasted time here praising this pamphlet. So for me, I put the blue thing at 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks. I think this is just the perfect tensioning. Now finally for loops. I got mine pre-installed with Mystic and I loved it so much that I'm just adding a bit more of this. Woo! This feels good. Alright, before we get to the conclusion of the video, I first want to talk about this ridiculous average of mine. I didn't prepare anything, so this will basically be a freestyle. So we start off with a full step. 6.6, boy, that's super fast. And then, yeah, this happens, obviously. Plus 2, 10.4. But watch this solve. Bam, 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 bam. Full step, G pump. 6.4. So that means a 6.6 is counting, which means perhaps a super good average. No. Plus 2, 11. Average ruined. Let's see how I finish the average. Yeah, pretty decent so far. This is basically like an average solve for me. Bam, 8.3. That's how you ruin an average. To form my conclusion... It's full of sugar here. To form my conclusion, I'm going to group you guys into 3 different groups. To all my GAN fanboys out there, use discount code CubeHead, because of course you're going to buy one. To all my GAN neutrals, the 11M Pro is definitely This is not even... The 11M Pro is definitely a worthy successor to the XS. Multiple versions, a new magnetic core, lighter weight. It is GAN at its most extreme yet. But so is the price. However, you might get what you pay for, because for $65 you get a cube that you can mold in whatever you want it to be. I mean, the only thing you cannot change is the weight of the cube. And if you don't like lightweight cubes, then I don't know what to say. Maybe you could coat it in lead. That's the dumbest joke on this channel yet. Anyways, if you're looking to get yourself a new cube and feel comfortable to spend a lot of... then I feel perfectly comfortable recommending the 11M Pro. Should you buy it over the XS? It really depends. If you want to get a better judgment on that, watch Tingman's video on the 11M Pro, because he compares the XS to the 11M. And I love Tingman just so much. And to all my GAN haters, maybe this is the right time to reevaluate how you think about GAN. Just when we thought that cubing hardware was at its peak, then BAM! They released the 11M Pro with a magnetic core. I think we'll yet see a lot of awesome innovations by GAN. And if you hate them just because of their prices, did I mention I'm doing a quadruple giveaway? To make my final point on how good this cube is, I haven't been cubing a lot lately, and when I received this one, I started cubing for 2 days straight. I postponed making this video because of this cube. So if this video is trashed, you should blame GAN for releasing such an awesome cube. Is it perfect? I I think it could be better. Like, I'm still getting some catches that I wish I didn't have. But then again, maybe that's because of my inaccurate, aggressive turning style. Yes, I'm very aggressive when I turn. But to conclude this video, yes, it is the best cube I own. Hopefully I can get my hands on the other versions as well. But until then, I'm just going to do this. Why is it in turn? Okay, I'm getting lightheaded. Ciao guys, see you in the next one.